name is Bimpe Kayode. I'm a portrait photographer based in Lagos. From time, I've always really liked photography. Okay, and it started from my university days. I was in press and media unit, and we used to do a lot of video photography and stuff like that. So that's where the interest started up. And after a while, I started working. Like I had a 9 to 5. I was corporate affairs official, and a little while, like I started doing face modeling, and from there the interest started coming back from my university days. And before I knew it, I quit my day job and I went into it full time. My mission on the onset was to do documentary full time because I wanted to just tell stories of unique people, like different lives, different stories. Everybody has their story to tell, so that's what I wanted to do. And after a while, I found myself in portrait photography because I saw that it was very important to get the person to really to tell the story of the individual, and portrait photography does that very well. So that's how I found myself. So it was from me trying to learn about people, travel, and that's what brought me into portrait photography. I got my first camera as a gift, and I was lucky to get advice from some photography mentors that I shouldn't just acquire gears and all of that. But something else I also did was I went into photography business and I decided not to just acquire gears like that. So as I was growing, that's when I was getting my lenses and the things I needed to do. So it was self-funding. I didn't have any support from anyone. I just had little savings that I had, and I was able to get the little that I had. I still need more, but for now I'm fine. I didn't really have challenges that much. I would say I had very good support from my family. They were open to the idea that I was quitting the 9 to 5 job that was paid well to go into photography that I didn't know or expect or have an idea of what I was going to do. I just went into it. So like the only thing that I think the challenge was from myself, saying that okay, I'm going into, so it was a challenge, like pushing myself to go into it. I didn't have much external challenges. The only thing is that entering into a new terrain that you don't know, there are a lot of times you just go into it and you can have some shoots, you can go to places to document stories, and they might not have a receptive audience. You might not get a good receptive audience. So it was mainly people that I was going to meet to document their stories that I had. But family-wise, in terms of support, people pushing me, I had a lot of support system. I was able to, I am still pushing through because it's not something that was going to end today. Like it's something that will continue. Being able to go through the worst times is a daily thing. Like there are daily challenges that come up. So something I've been able to do is trusting God, putting God first in everything I do. Then something that is very important in your support system. If you don't have people that encourage you, people that don't badger you to say, oh, you must do this, you must do that, like you need people that will be able to force you to continue pushing for. If not, you just lose hope. You become depressed. Do you understand what I mean? So that's how I've been able to. God, good support system. The most challenging part of my job, I think the first thing is self-confidence. For you to stand and say you want to take a portrait of someone, the person can obviously use a phone to take their picture. They can go somewhere else. The fact that they actually trust you to do justice to it. Now, for anyone that has had a previous career, like for example, I had in digital marketing and corporate affairs, fine, I could talk to people, but now you standing in front of someone to take their portraits, it takes a lot of confidence, self-confidence. So developing that over time has been something that has been very, very interesting and challenging, because I can be a shy person sometimes. Like I'm normally shy, but so you have to be able to develop that level of confidence to talk to someone. So that's something that has been tough for me. As I'm growing, I've learned that I need to be able to grow that confidence, personal confidence. So that's one thing. Then the second thing is also the system that we are in Nigeria. People are not, for instance, documentary. for me to say, oh, find someone and say a unique story and say I want to document, people are very private, especially Nigerians. We are very private. We don't want to let loose and to tell our stories. Being able to break the barrier to say that, oh, I want to talk to you, I want to get your story, I want to document this, that's something else that has been a challenge. For every occupation, for everything you do, there will always be challenges, there will always be things. It's just you finding a way to be able to walk through them. That's what life is. That's it. I've never been intimidated by the bicycle. As a matter of fact, I think it's actually very good, because as much as everybody is into a lot of people are into photography, everybody has different things to show. Like you can put a subject and 3 photographers in the same room. They'll take the pictures in different manners. So the fact that everyone has a unique way of showing the person, I think is very good. So I don't feel intimidated. I think it's an industry that more people should even join. Like, fine, people say it's been saturated by, oh, everybody's a photographer, you pick a camera. But I don't think so, because what I shoot is different from what the next person shoots. So I think it's fine. Criticism is a norm. People that write, people that make films, whatever you do, my tailor gets criticized by me sometimes. It's something that everyone has to embrace. If you don't embrace it, you would lose yourself, because you dwell on it too much. So I feel anytime you are criticized about something, you need to use it to learn. So it depends on what they actually say. There are sometimes I get really good constructive criticism about my work from a fellow photographer or from a regular person, and I look at it and after a while, if I don't even want to accept it at that moment, at some point, maybe something else happens and we're like, oh, okay, that's true. But there are sometimes people can just be like really, 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 really angry with the words, and they put it on you and they like say something about your image. There's some clients that you shoot for and they're appreciative of it, and there's some clients you shoot for and like they don't like it. So it's with life, like it comes with whatever you do. Wherever you do, you're going to be criticized. So it depends on how you treat it, how you make it as a learning process for you. That's all. Experience that best prepare me for the future. Wow. Okay, I've had different experiences. I've had times when I felt like, okay, like I didn't just want to do anything. I just wanted to, I don't know, just sleep for the rest of my life. I have had moments where I was broke. I've had moments where I was depressed. Or like, the way life works, right? Most of these things, they're meant to help you really grow. They're meant to boost you. So one of the things that I know one experience that I've had was that just immediately I left university, I had a very, very bad family experience that left me really, really broken. Like now, okay, broken in the sense that I was almost homeless, and it was really bad because you know when you just leave university and you are really excited, like, oh, you're going to the world, you're going to have a job, you're going to do this. As a matter of fact, I actually wanted to do my master's at the moment. And before I knew it, like I was with my mom and my siblings alone. Like we didn't have anywhere to stay. We had to stay with like a family member. Like I had to get a job. I was taking care of the family. Like at my young age, like it was really tough. And at that point, I knew that it happened because someone wasn't responsible enough. So like it gave me the understanding that no matter what I do, I have to be responsible so that myself or my siblings or my children won't be in that position. Do you understand what I mean? So it gave me the understanding that this life is short. Like don't depend on anyone. Like you just have to be on your own. You have to depend on yourself. Even if you're married, like you have to have your own. You have to be able to say that this is what I can fall back on. Do you understand what I mean? And like now it's over like 9-10 years, and I can look back and smile and say, okay, I'm fine. Like my siblings are okay. My mother is fine. Like I can like it can be emotional when I talk about it, but sometimes I laugh about it. Like I'll be like, oh, like it's something that some people even see me and don't even know that I've gone through that. And that's because I've been able to pull myself away from that situation, be able to make something better for myself. So that's it. I attribute my success to God and to my mom. Okay, as I said about my experience, like one of the reasons why I was able to pull through, or myself or my siblings were able to pull through, is because we had a very strong mother, like a spiritual mother. So she was able to guide you with words. She was like the backbone. So we're supporting her, and she was also supporting her. So God and my mom. The future of photography looks amazing. I'm I'm really honored to be a part of the community, because there's been amazing photographers that have come up, different stories, different ways, different visuals, different methods of portraying people, cultures, environments. And I know it's going to really, really go far. We're going to be having like amazing Magnum Foundation kind of photographers. They're going to be top documentary photographers, and we have a couple of them already. And photography in Nigeria is going to another dimension, and I'm really, really pleased to be part of the community. Photography has impacted my life in different ways. Okay, the first thing I would like to say is, for instance, you go to meet a client. Their disposition to you teaches you how to relate to people. You meet people that are snobbish. You meet people that are very humble despite their achievements. It teaches you that. So stuff like that make me learn that, no matter what I have, you need to be humble. It makes you understand that this life is nothing. Photography has also helped me grow in my self-confidence. I can walk up to you and say, "Oh, hi, I love your face. I would like to take a portrait of you." Before, I couldn't do that. So it has helped in my self-confidence. Photography has also helped me in hearing about amazing stories. Now, I think photography is an outlet to meet people, to be able to discover new things. And that's something that has really, really helped me to do. So I'm really grateful for it. The advantages of being a Nigerian youth, I think there are lots. The first thing is the fact that you are strong. No matter your upbringing, like Nigeria would mold you. Like it will shape you to be bold, to be strong, except you really want to be weak. Except you have a personal form of laziness in you. It makes you tough. It makes you, okay, first for me, as an example, it makes you want to do your stuff, because if I'm allowed to say, the government is not responsible enough. So it makes you as an individual to be responsible. So I think that's it. If I was to rule Nigeria for a day, the first thing I would implement is subsistence farming. The second thing I would implement is that they incorporate entrepreneurship. That's entrepreneurial development studies. I did it in Covenant University, into every university. It's very, very necessary. And the third thing I would do if I was running the country for a month, is that I would make my sister the minister of happiness. My advice to anyone going into business: first, do your research well. Don't just jump into it because you have a flair for it. Know what you're going to, understand it well. The second thing is get mentors in that field. You need people to be able to guide you, to lead you, because they've had some past experiences, so you don't go through the same mistakes that they've gone through. And the last point, trust God and work with God. Hello, my name is Bimpe Kayode, a portrait photographer. I am the story of the Nigerian youth.